Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review slash first impressions on the new Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. I have been so anxious to try this foundation and my local drugstore just got it in stock, so I was super excited to try it out. I've heard really great things, and so I really wanted to go ahead and give my intake on the foundation, because if it's good and it's drugstore, I mean, what else could you have best in the world? But I did get mine in shade 732, so I'm hoping that it's a match, hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do check-ins throughout the day. I'm going to try to at least do like an 8-hour wear test on it, because that's how long I usually wear my foundations, mainly more than that. But I mean, for the time being that I really need to have my face actually put together, it's usually an 8-hour time frame. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do everything regularly that I would do on just a regular basis and see how it works. I am gonna do half of my face with a sponge and the other half with a brush. So we'll see which works better. I do have a little blemish on my forehead, please excuse that, but I mean, I guess we'll see if it covers it in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and just prime my skin with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. I've said this in my previous video that I love this primer. It's so good. It gives my skin such a great luminosity to the skin, and it's just a really great primer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the brush first, and I love it because it comes with a pump, which is very rare to see in a drugstore foundation. And I just did 2 pumps on the back of my hand, so hopefully, yeah, it's a good match. Thank you, Jesus. I'm going to start off with like that much and see how well, because I don't know if it's like full coverage. Holy cow. It has a scent to it, and I cannot put my finger on what it smells like. I remember whenever I first started getting into makeup and I went to Sephora for the very first time ever, and I didn't know what I was getting, obviously, and I just got things that I thought looked pretty, and there was a certain smell. It was something that actually smelled like this, and I can't put my finger on it. I want to say it was the Makeup Forever primer, the HD one. Oh, it's gonna drive me insane. But the scent smells really good. It doesn't smell like florally or like a perfume or anything. It just smells, I don't know, I can't explain it. Okay, I still have some stuff on the back of my hand, but I mean, it covered a good part of my face. There's very little like spots where you could see my freckles. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in so you can see a little better. But I mean, you can still see my freckles, but it's not bad. Because I mentioned in my last video that I actually like my freckles peeking through in the summertime. See, and just putting that little bit, like, I can't see my freckles anymore. Oh my gosh. And it just makes my skin look so luminous. Like, I've never had a foundation do that. I mean, a lot of my foundations kind of give me like a luminous glow, like whenever I get a little oily throughout the day. But I mean, to start off, like, this is making my skin look so healthy. Like, it looks really, really good. I am shocked. I've never had a foundation that actually looks dewy when I put it on, especially because I told you guys before, I tend to have dry skin. So I mean, it's just like my skin soaks up all the moisture that anything has that I put on my face. So, I mean, this is really, really impressing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just start dotting the other side of my face. And I'm still using what's left over from the 2 pumps that I started with, and just blend it out. Okay, so I just used whatever was left over on the back of my hand. As you can see, like, there isn't anything there anymore. This side, I mean, you could still see like my freckles, but very, very vaguely. It's not like as bad as this side was before I had put that extra spot. So I'm gonna do like kind of like not half a pump, but just like a tad, and just put it over where I tend to see like my freckles, and it built up so nicely. It doesn't look cakey at all. And this shade is a really good match. If you're wondering, I'm usually like an NC like 30-ish. I don't know, I started getting like a shade up because like my shoulders are a lot tan, and like my neck right here is a lot tan. Looks really, really good. And you could probably still see like my blemish kind of like peeking through, but I'll just go over that with concealer. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed. I hope like the rest of my makeup goes on really smoothly and it just does good, because this is really nice. And I really like the smell of it, and I'm not a fan of scents. And I really, really like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back and I got all of my makeup on, and I have to say it was so nice. Like, all the products that I put on top of my face, like, it just blended so smoothly on my skin, and I absolutely love it. I didn't set my face with the Wet n Wild face powder just because I wanted to see if this foundation was going to make like my powders patchy at all, just in case for anybody that doesn't wear powder. And so it did not leave any streakiness on me. Everything blended so smoothly. As you can tell, I am so happy with how everything turned out, so hopefully it looks good. Usually foundations look good as you wear them, they look better, so I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout the day. It's currently 11:33, so yeah, I'll go ahead and probably check in around probably like around 3-ish, 3:30 to see how it looks so far, and then we'll go ahead and do the final result of this foundation. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I am back for my second check-in of the day. Please excuse my lip color. I can see like a little bit of redness around my mouth from the lipstick that I was wearing at the very beginning of the video, and we're just gonna look past it because the color was beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's just it cracked a lot like on the inner part of my mouth, and it just looked like a hot mess, and I barely had just put it on before the video, and by the end of it, it was terrible. So I had took it off, changed my lip color, but my lips are completely stained red. So I mean, we're gonna go ahead and just look past the lip situation. But so far my foundation looks the same way that I did whenever I first applied it 4 hours ago. So this is 4 hours since I had put it on originally. It is 3:21, so about like 9-ish minutes or so until exactly full 4 hours. But yeah, like my foundation looks amazing. I'm not even like over exaggerating. It looks just like I did whenever I first applied it. And usually foundations tend to crack like on my smile lines, like no matter what foundation it is. It could be the most expensive foundation ever, it always will crack, and this one hasn't. I have a little bit of redness like around my nose area, but that was from whenever I had wiped my nose earlier, so I'm pretty sure that was for that. But I mean, other than that, like it looks so good. I am so impressed with it. I love this foundation so much. We're holding strong. We got 4 hours down, so we just need 4 more to go. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys can see on camera. Maybe if I zoom y'all in just a little more to get up close and personal. But if you could see, it looks so good. Excuse the lip situation. I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and I just gotta stay strong, gotta hold together. This lip color is just, it's not doing it for me. I hate it. I didn't know it stained like that, so I guess lesson learned. But I mean, it looks so pretty. I can't get over how healthy my skin looks. And I usually sometimes get like some cracking like right under here. There's like a crease where my bottom lip comes down, and my chin right here, and it hasn't yet. And I have ate already. I've already ate lunch and it's still holding up strong. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check back in about 4 more hours, so around like 7:30-ish. That would be given like an 8-hour wear test. But I mean, I've only went out once today, and it is really hot. I think it's like about 106 where I am at. Let me check. Okay, I'm just kidding, I'm lying. It is 102, so I mean, it still looks pretty good. I have to go run a few more errands, so I do have to leave the house and like be out in the sun and the heat and all that. So we'll see how it holds up, and I'll be back in about 4 more hours to give you guys the last final review on this foundation and my final thoughts on it. Okay, so we are back for our last and final check-in. It is 7:06 right now, so about like 24 minutes. It would make a full 8 hours, but I really wanted to go ahead and get this check-in up for you guys because I'm not too sure if I will be back in time to do a final check-in. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, like the foundation still looks really good. I'm starting to get a little bit of oil built up like around my nose area, which is really common because I usually get oily there anyways. And I have on my chin, that's actually highlight, so that is not like any oil residue at all. I just really like to highlight my chin. But yeah, I only see like a little bit of oiliness like around my nose. Again, like that's my highlight. And my forehead stays pretty dry. But yeah, I really am impressed with this foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see up close and personal. And I do put highlight on my nose, so that is not oil whatsoever. But I'm starting to get like a little bit of like the smile lines right here. Not too bad. It's very faint that you can see it, but I mean, I don't mind like the little bit of oiliness that I have like around my nose because I mean, I usually get oily there anyways. And during the fall and summertime, I personally like that because it's not as oily as it is right now during like the spring and summertime. And I can just go ahead and pat this little area if it gets too crazy. But this is a little bit before like the 8-hour mark, so I know I would have to take like some sort of powder with me and just spot powder my face, which is normal that I do during like the summertime if I need to last my makeup all day long. So yeah, and I'm not too sure if I mentioned the foundation says that it's SPF 20. I believe you're supposed to have like SPF 30. Anything higher than that, like, it's just kind of pointless, but it does have SPF 20 in it, and yeah, and it says it's a lightweight, full coverage, and the formula hydrates and includes a complex SPF 20. It includes vitamins and antioxidants, and it says oil-free. Well, we all know that it does give some oil, but I mean, if you are an oily person, I would definitely try this foundation out, because usually I get really, really oily in my T-zone more than what is showing on camera, and it actually looks pretty good. Like, it's only like in the little creases right here. Other than that, like, it looks really, really nice. I'm very, very, very impressed with this foundation, and I'm so glad that it was a thumbs up for me, because I mean, I'm always on the hunt for good drugstore foundations. High-end foundations are very good, but I also feel like drugstore ones are just as good, if not better, than some of the high-end ones. So I really wanted to go ahead and get a review up for you guys. But yeah, if you guys have tried this foundation, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, I have not touched up my foundation whatsoever. I have not patted anything on it, so I am very impressed with it. But yeah, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.